What's the hardest thing about writing? Well, it's getting started. Maybe you're having a hard time coming up with a story idea, or you're stuck on where to take your story next. If you want a way into a story or a way through, I have 9 story starters to help you. This free PDF is full of story seeds and prompts to get you going. To download your 9 story starters, go to nancypanuccio.com/start. That's Nancy with an I, Panuccio with 2 C's, nancypanuccio.com/start. The greater the artist, the greater the doubt. Perfect confidence is granted to the less talented as a consolation prize. This is a quote by Robert Hughes. So if you've ever doubted your talent, if you've ever doubted your ability to write your story and finish it, if you've ever doubted your story was worth reading and you're ready to quit, this episode is for you. Writing something worth reading requires consistent practice. It doesn't come without effort. The question is, how do you go on writing? How do you perfect your craft when you're crushed by self-doubt? In today's episode, we're going to turn around faulty thoughts that are stopping you from writing your best work. I want you to know that whatever doubt you may be feeling right now, every single writer experiences. But I don't want you to indulge yourself in these sabotaging thoughts. I want you to recognize the internal BS that's holding you back and then move forward. Ready? Let's go. Writer Unleashed is for you, a writer who has a story you want to bring onto the page and into the hearts and minds of readers. I'm Nancy Panuccio, writer, editor, and writing coach. And each week, we'll explore techniques, mindsets, and inspiration for writing stories readers can't put down. Thanks for spending some time with me today. Now let's begin. Writer's block is a real thing. It's the most common reason good writers stop writing. It's painful, it's debilitating, and there may be dozens of reasons why you might be feeling blocked right now. You're overwhelmed with your own material, you're lost in the middle of your story and can't find a structure. You may have too many ideas and don't know what direction to take next. It's that low moment when you feel overwhelmed or you hit this wall. Maybe you got feedback on your story that doesn't feel good, or your story just got rejected for the 5th time by an agent or publisher. Or maybe life is getting in your way and you're just overloaded with stress. But writer's block always comes down to some version of I suck. It's painful and it's stopping you from writing your best work. It's sabotaging you. It doesn't even matter how much craft you have under your belt. The most important thing you need to cultivate is the unshakable belief that you can do it. So here are some of the most common things I hear writers say. Number 1, who am I to write this novel? I'll never write like fill in the blank. I'll never write like Margaret Atwood. Writing must come so easy to her. I'm just not that talented. All right, so this is a form of imposter syndrome. And it most often happens when you're stretching yourself just beyond what you're capable of. Writing is not easy. It's a craft. It's an art. There's only one of you, and you have your own spin on the world. Nobody can tell the story the way you can. Think about this. 2 people can have the same exact life experience, but have a totally different take on it. You just need to trust your own instincts. And by the way, it doesn't come easy to your favorite authors either. They've just been practicing longer. They're in it for the long game. Now, Thomas Mann once said, a writer is someone for whom writing is more difficult than it is for other people. So be in it for the long game. But let's talk about talent. Talent does not equal skill. Talent is the raw material, but it doesn't lead to skill without consistent practice. Skill is more important than talent, so always be working on skill. Thought number 2. This is absolute crap. Oh my, there isn't a writer on the planet who hasn't thought that at one time or another, whether it's during the first draft or after draft number 22. Sometimes what stops us in our tracks is the thought, what if I fail? What if I spent all this time writing this story and no one wants to read it? What if it's no good? What if I'm no good? This is the moment you're about to give up. Well, instead of asking, what if I fail? Ask, what if I succeed? Give equal airtime to what's possible. Don't hyper-focus on what's not working in your story. Focus on what's going right and do more of that. And the truth is, you will fail. You'll get it wrong. You'll write lots of bad stuff before you write good stuff. But you have to be willing to fail. Is it uncomfortable? Hell yeah. But I think failure gets a bad rap. The only way to fail is to stop writing when deep down in your bones you want to write. So listen to your desire. But you will get it wrong. And these are only temporary setbacks. That's part of the journey. You're either winning or you're learning. Everything is a lesson. And if you're lost in the mess of your draft, keep at it. Okay, here's another quote. Not knowing is not a form of ignorance, but a difficult transcendence towards knowledge. I'll say it again. Not knowing is not a form of ignorance, but a difficult transcendence towards knowledge. That's from Gaston Bachelard. So clarity comes through rewriting. Every mistake you make will inch you closer to where you need to go. Thought number 3. Do you think my story has a chance of successfully publishing? Sometimes writers who come to me for help with their manuscripts want constant reassurance that their novel is marketable before they spend the necessary time to rewrite it. But here's the thing. Premature focus on the end result is stopping you from writing a story that is publishable. When you doubt your story has a shot at being published and profitable, you're bound to give up. Self-doubt equals self-censorship. Now, I get it. It can take years to finish and publish a book. For most of us, it means getting up an hour earlier before we go to work or spending weekends and holidays writing. So we want to justify all that time and energy we're spending. So what's the return on that massive time investment? Well, I keep coming back to what Liz Gilbert once said, that she never asked her writing to support her financially. She vowed to do everything she could to support her writing. I think that time spent on your writing is never, ever wasted. And here's the thing, if you keep writing, if you keep learning and practicing your craft, your writing will get stronger and better, and you're more likely to get published. Publishing does not make you a writer. The only thing that makes you a writer is writing. Finally, advocate for yourself. Advocate for your writing. Don't give in to your own sense of unworthiness and your own resignation. Learn how to have your own back. Empower. Support yourself. This may mean that you work with a coach or an editor. Every athlete or artist works with a coach. But whether you work with a coach or not, go full in. Be in this for the long game. Okay, so here are 3 ideas I want to leave you with. Number 1, catch yourself when you're feeling low or talking down to yourself. I'll never be as good as so-and-so. Don't indulge in that. Give more airtime to what's possible for you. Don't hyper-focus on what's not working in your story. Focus on what is working in your story. If you don't know what's working, find a trusted reader to show you where they're most drawn into your story. Number 2, cultivate a belief that whatever stage of the writing process you're in, despite the struggle, there's something amazing on the other side of it. If you've worked this hard, have faith that something amazing is coming. Number 3, there's a reason you're driven to write. There's a reason you're driven to write this story right now. It's a part of who you are. It's in your DNA. Nobody can write it the way you can. Don't ignore your urge to write. Don't let self-doubt censor you. Okay, my friend. I hope this episode of Writer Unleashed has given you a boost to get you out of your head and back to the page. If you want to go deeper, I have a free 6-day audio course designed to help you dismantle common misconceptions about writing. We tackle 6 faulty mindsets that might be keeping you stuck, along with writing exercises to get you unstuck. Give me less than 10 minutes a day, and I'll get you writing with more joy, freedom, and power. Totally free. Head on over to nancypanuccio.com/class. nancypanuccio.com/class. I'll link in the show notes. I'll see you next time with a brand new episode. As always, keep writing, and I'll talk to you soon.